we go. Live in 2 minutes. Can't wait. One minute. Yeah. Full screen. Come on.
By the evil Atlas Corporation. They stole the assembled key from our heroes so that they might open the vault and claim its power for themselves. Spoiler! This was a bad idea.
It was so easy.
And though the Vault Hunter saw this as nothing but a disappointment, there was another who saw inspiration. Someone with a much more handsome face. Come and get me.
Okay, wait. Fifteen, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Yeah. There's Maya. This guy from Tales of Borderlands. Pretty good. Look good. My models look good. Everything is. No legs. Can't wait. I'm sure that's gonna be a skill.
Oi! Have you been back yet?
No. One sec. No, I'm streaming right now.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, on Twitch and Facebook. I'm streaming Borderlands 3 reveal. If you want to check it out.
Practicing for comp, category Overwatch.
Wait, what? Oh, I haven't changed the freaking description. Thanks for
Yeah, just stop streaming and then start again.
I can
And
change
by the way,
it.
yeah, but you need to record. Just
I'm doing both, yeah.
yeah, great. By the way, your warrior has returned, or your mercenary.
Nice.
Your lumberjack as well. And your two croppers, whereby one of them you need to move the fuck out of my way.
They're not that far away.
Mate, he's standing right in front of my bloody thing, and I can't reach it.
Okay. Well, I'm doing the stream for now, so you can wait. Oh. So good. Reveal. I'm watching.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to your
Borderlands 3, yeah?
gameplay premiere of Borderlands 3. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the busiest lady in the business, Andrea Renee.
What's good, Greg?
Borderlands
You could
reporter,
watch it
and
also
the
and
best hair in
react.
the business, Fran
Because
Mirabella
your
III.
voice is
Good morning, sir.
A good morrow to you, sir. How are you? What is everybody's hype level? We're finally here.
I mean, how can you not be hyped? Borderlands has been so long in the making for Borderlands 3, and we are finally going to get to see gameplay, so it's max levels of hype, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so many people milling about here. The energy is really electric.
Yeah.
I mean, after that amazing reveal at PAX East,
By
finally,
the way,
we've
the
been
most of the
wondering
market
when they
is
were going to
about to
announce
collapse.
Borderlands 3, like for realsies.
I know,
Yeah.
yes. The wait is
What
almost
market?
over, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to put up
Basically
with us
everything.
for
All
30
the
minutes.
prices
Then
are equal
Randy
now.
Pitchford and Paul Sage will give a 1-hour
Good.
presentation
No, it's
detailing
really
everything
not.
you
Just
need to
that
know about
30 minutes.
Borderlands 3. And if that wasn't enough, once
Then
they
you
leave the
could
stage,
get
you put up
buy
with us
orders,
for another like 30 minutes. But then
It's true.
3
Yeah, but
hours
that's the thing.
of
I was
Borderlands
doing
streamers
buy orders,
showing
but-
you
oh, shit.
everything you can do in the game.
Oh,
I can't
okay,
wait.
never
Andrew,
mind.
you
Some
and I,
higher tier
longtime
stuff is still,
Borderlands
like,
fan.
totally off
I
the grid.
am excited to see what they have up their sleeve for Borderlands 3.
Yeah, so we got a really good look, and obviously that trailer that they debuted about a month and a half ago has been broken down frame by frame. So we know we've got these
Gun
two new
by
villains.
gun.
Yeah.
No, exactly, right? These two new villains, the
Yeah.
Calypso twins.
Yeah.
We've got 4 new Vault Hunters. So I'm hoping that we're going to get a little bit more from them, see some gameplay, obviously, maybe see some familiar faces.
Of course, yeah, that's what Borderlands is such a rich, storied universe. I want to know more about it. Fran, everybody in the chat, I'm sure right now, is
Yeah.
asking, why is Fran here?
What's
Fran
that guy doing
Mirabella,
there?
Of course, the looter shooter guy, right?
Yeah.
When you're on the Gamescast, that's what you're talking about. When you're streaming, that's what you're streaming.
Yeah.
But Borderlands new to you.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play it. I know there's people out there like that. I'm into looter shooters, so yeah, all the time. Why haven't you played it yet? I've always wanted to. When was the right time? Game of the Year edition came out.
Yeah.
I hopped in, didn't know I was doing this event even. I was already in, started playing, got into Borderlands 2, and I'm definitely I'm getting the hooks in me. I can see what makes Borderlands special, and so I'm really excited to see what Borderlands 3 has in store, how it's evolving.
It's for everybody. It's for
It's
fans like
behind
Andrea and I.
the-
It's for people like Fran, who
the
just fell off
newcomers.
the turnip truck, and
That's
here they
right.
are, ready to do it.
That's
Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much you love or hate Borderlands, you have things to do right now. You can sign up for the Vault Insider program if you go to Borderlands.com. What this does, of course, is rewards you with loyalty points, so you can start earning rewards in Borderlands 3 right now just by going there, syncing your Twitch account to the Vault Insider program. Borderlands.com has all
That's
the
so
information
cool. You
for
could,
you. But
get
before
reward
we
gear
get any
by
further into this,
watching
let's again, we
people
keep
stream.
talking about the PAX trailer. Let's go look at it. Let's see what we
What
know
gear?
about Borderlands
In
3
the Borderlands
so
3
far.
game.
I'm
Oh. Okay. Well, I've never actually played Borderlands. I should probably get it going.
Yeah. Should. It's pretty cheap now.
Borderlands 3. Those are the memories we will be making. But I want to talk about where we've all been with Borderlands. And I want to start with you, noob.
Yeah,
Fran,
okay.
all right? You just start. For you, what is Borderlands? What is the Borderlands feature that now that you've been playing you think Borderlands?
Yeah, it's like I've been around it for so long. The people in my career have always said, play Borderlands.
And you don't listen to us.
Now, I do.
Your best
I'm
friend's telling
in
you
now,
to play
man.
it
You don't
and
have to
you refuse.
sell me on it anymore. I'm in, man. But I know what a looter shooter is, and so I thought I knew what to expect. But there is something special about it. The way that they do the loot grind.
Yeah.
You hear about so many guns, but when I started playing, and it was getting just the worst of the guns.
Just crappy gun after crappy gun.
And I love it. I love how it just scales. And your weight, every drop is important so far in my experience, and I just can't wait to see how they evolve that in 3 and getting super powerful and even crazier guns, hopefully.
Andrea, you're the one who keeps saying, right, they are the origin of the looter shooter. And I still think few games do it as well. When you kill someone or something and it just rains guns and there's so much loot on the ground, that's what makes Borderlands so exciting, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's not just the fact that there's a lot of guns
Looking
or
at
just the
where
fact
the-
that it's like so
they're at.
cool the way it kind of confettis out of
Yeah, yeah.
enemies. But the guns have such a unique personality in the Borderlands franchise, which I think is what resonates with fans.
Sure.
You know, whether you're playing with a Tediore or a Torg or my personal favorite, the Molly one, elemental guns.
I know what that means now.
I understand
know.
these references. You're getting too fancy, man. Hyperion. Just stick with it. I don't
Hyperion's
want.
okay,
There's
too.
nothing worse than when I'm shooting somebody and it says resist, resist, and I'm like, no, that's why I just stick to bullets. All right, I don't need the
You
elemental.
gotta be better with your
bullets.
strats.
She's
Greg.
elemental.
I have a stretch.
Ugh.
Shoot it in the head till it's dead. That's what it's about. Andrea, for you, what do you think of? What is your Borderlands feature?
I mean, in addition to the guns, I mean, it's this amazing cast of Vault Hunters,
Sure,
right? We have
sure.
so many characters over, several games now, over a dozen different Vault Hunters to choose from, and we're getting obviously a whole new crop for Borderlands 3, but the characters and the NPCs in the world just feel like they have so much more personality than your typical shooter.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yeah, right?
Right?
Yeah.
So much style.
Who do you choose when you think of Vault Hunter? Who's your Vault
about
Hunter? Who do you
Anthem?
default to? What do you play?
Huh? What
So
about
Siren
that game?
class is my main
Oh,
class.
okay.
So Maya's probably my favorite. I really like Lilith, and you would think that she'd be my main because
Yeah.
obviously red hair. I love characters with
Yeah.
red hair. But she's great, but I just really loved the skill tree set that Maya had. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some more gameplay from Amara. Well, we haven't
sure.
seen any gameplay from Amara yet.
Yeah.
So she's the new Siren in Borderlands 3, but keeping my fingers crossed, she's gonna be awesome.
She has the mini arms and
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, in the
Biceps
trailer
and-
and stuff, right?
Yeah, you mean the
In the
best
trailer.
six-pack abs
yes,
you've ever seen?
she looks jacked.
Well, I don't know. Don't make me take my shirt off. Yeah. Don't twist my
Oh,
arm.
we know that you're not afraid to.
For me, when I think of Borderlands and I think of features, right, what defines Borderlands for me has always been the humor, right? And that's why I think of Handsome Jack. That's why I think of Claptrap,
Yeah.
right? Both of them. Two dark and disturbing characters in different ways, but characters I love so much, right? Handsome Jack, a horrible dude, but is he funny? He's very funny. And I
pretty
like
funny.
You love to hate him. He's one of those,
exactly,
right?
and then through the collection, actually feeling for him, where we get to Tales from the Borderlands, and I'm actually like, well, yeah, don't erase him. We got to figure out how to save Handsome Jack, even though he's a monster. In Claptrap, the same deal, right? Where Claptrap sits there with his sweet, sing-songy voice talking about how depressed he
Wait, are
is.
you saying he's a monster?
A little bit. Everyone kind of hates Claptrap, but they also love Claptrap.
I love him.
Yeah, what's your Claptrap story,
too.
Fran?
Yeah, I mean, well, I still have much to experience.
a lot of
but,
fun in
when I was
pre-sequel.
playing Borderlands 2 and there's that gate
That's
scene,
class.
they put you up on a turret to, like, no big spoilers here or anything, to shoot a gate down.
You're the
And he-
only person who's new to Borderlands 2 watching
Just to be, no, there's many new fans, I'm sure. But he's standing in front of this gate and he's like, all right, I'm going to tell you when to shoot it and I'm going to stand here, but don't shoot it yet
Yeah.
because that would be really dangerous. Okay, you can shoot it, but not yet. That was a test. And it's like, that was my first, like, big foray into how much humor and style
Yeah.
they put into it. And it just prevails throughout the whole series, and that's what makes Borderlands special. Like you said, it's not just the guns, it's the style, it's the characters, and the writing is just fantastic.
For all the guns I've shot, right, when I think of my favorite Borderlands memory, what comes up to me is Tales from the Borderlands when Gortys gets introduced to Loaderbot, and Loaderbot is sitting there.
Oh, I haven't played that yet. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Done, right? And she's like, "Hey, how are you?" And he's like, "How's your day?" And he's like, "To be honest, it's a mixed bag." I remember being in hysterics, and that's still a conversation I'll go back and watch on YouTube. Just when I'm feeling like the need to, right? That's my memory. My other Borderlands memory, my old roommate Mike, right? When Borderlands 2 came out, we moved his TV into the living room, and then from one Friday all the way through work on Monday morning, sat there and played Borderlands side by side. That's what this game's all about. What is your memory, Andrea?
For me, and the reason I wore my shirt today is Tiny Tina, right? Like, so she is such an amazing character.
Please be
I
in this
like
game.
vividly remember when
Please
we
in
got
this
to meet her in Borderlands 2. Because when do you get to meet like a murderous 13-year-old inside of a video game? And I just really thought she was a fun character that we hadn't seen before, and of course voiced by the amazing Ashley Birch.
Sure.
Who really
This game started her career. All right.
Heard of her.
You're welcome, everybody else. Life is Strange. Horizon is Borderlands.
It's kind of wild to think about how far back that was.
Yeah, I know, right?
And how much she's done.
Do you
since
remember that
then.
game when it was like, wait, the girl from YouTube? Hey Ash, what you playing is going to be in this video game? That's weird.
But she crushed it. I mean,
She
I think
killed
Tiny
it.
Tina is one of the most iconic characters,
cool
and now we
character.
get to see Tina
Yeah.
a little bit older, and maybe
Yeah.
we'll see her in the reveal today.
Ooh, a tease? I hope so.
Oh.
Fran, I'd ask you for your favorite memory, but you're a newborn. You have none. You sicken me. But hey, everybody, welcome if you've never played Borderlands before. One of the big changes from Borderlands 1, 2, and even into the pre-sequel, I'll say, is streaming is taken off. And if you didn't know, there's a whole team of Borderlands streamers, and they wanted to share some of their favorite moments.
Don't you try and steal my XP. You're trying to steal it. Oh!
Woo! You didn't like that?
No, Brick! Thank you so much, Lynn. Oh my God, I love you.
Probably shouldn't be around very long, right? Oh, what? No? No, you're dead in like 2 shots?
Oh my God! Cloud Kill hits like a truck.
Oh my God! What the? What the hell is that?
Oh,
What is my luck today? Hi! Yes! Yes! It's mine!
15. Everyone?
What the?
That killed you?
Yes, it killed me.
That was amazing.
No, it was not amazing.
We got it! Oh my God! I'm shaking. Oh my God, guys! We got it! We got this freaking big nightmare of a sniper rifle. Oh my God!
Why do you need it? Because it's awesome. Look at it blow stuff up.
The plan didn't work! Panic! God damn it!
Yeah! I killed him by jumping on him. Death by jump.
Trying to sell all this stuff.
I hate this. I'm done. I'm leaving.
Man, that was awesome!
That is what Borderlands is all about.
Yeah.
Getting the big loot drops, screaming, running, dying a lot. They died a lot in that.
There was a lot of dying.
Right? I think Borderlands is so great at making you feel empowered, and then to see everybody screaming and getting crushed by just rocks and things flipping over.
You never know what you're going to get in
You
the game.
never
That's
know
part
what
of
you're
what's
gonna get.
special about it, right?
Yeah, of course. If you need more Borderlands streaming in your life, of course, they are streaming Monday through Friday, featuring many of the streamers you just saw, and also huge bosses. We know about loot, we know about characters, we know about comedy. Borderlands is known for putting in a lot of different bosses. Those same streamers put together another video package for you, showcasing some of their favorite boss fights and loot drops.
Do you like looting? Do you like shooting? You'll like Borderlands.
And look at that damage. Look at that damage, guys.
Oh yeah! Yes! Gotcha! Yeah! Oh, that was awesome.
Are you kidding me? What am I doing right in this? Oh my God, I lived.
Okay, that's bad.
What in the actual is going on? Ah! Ah! That is too much, dude. What if I melee it real close? Whoops! Bad plan!
Kill it! I am so good.
And you've got to be kidding me! Oh my God! What? Skull Masher from Mercy!
Wait! What? Wait! Wait! Wait!
Got him.
Come on, die, please, 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 please. Yes! I did the thing! Yes!
your stupid face.
Told you, bosses are not going to be farmed today. Oh my god!
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow! Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me, guys? Yes! 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 Oh my god, I'm crying! I didn't think it was ever gonna happen. Today was my lucky day.
Oh, what memories that montage brings back, Andrea. Do you remember doing that, running grinds, trying to get the right gun?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And for me, it was a lot of replaying missions with my friends.
Yep.
Because I never wanted to wait for them to get online and play, and so then I would have to jump into their game.
Sure.
And we would run the same missions over and over again. But like, it's like you never know when you're gonna get that magical legendary drop. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. That was the thing. Is like I remember again back to playing with Mike. Like he was so obsessed and would run the same boss fight over and over and over again, trying to get the right drop. And you see it in that montage, right? 36, run 36. Fran, what is so hypnotic about looter shooters that will do? People that'll happen for them.
Yeah,
they'll sit there and do it all over and over and over.
You're describing why none of my friends ever see me outside
Hey,
the
Kelsey.
house. That's what gets me, that perfect drop, the drop that your friends are talking about. And that is exactly what
That was
makes
LA.
looter shooters special, and it's that you're not guaranteed to get it. And one, it's how fun is the challenge of facing the boss, playing with your friends, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like, I always equate it to maybe in the game itself, you go to Moxie's, you pull the lever, you play in the slots, and you might get the drop, but you might get a grenade that just pops out and you get damaged. So when you do get something special, man, it's so meaningful and it adds to your power, and I just can't wait to play more of Borderlands 2
The grandfather of all looter shooters.
I haven't finished it yet, but
Get off the
Borderlands 3
stage!
I know.
Security!
Oh my gosh, you startled me.
Sorry, I'm here too.
You think I'd be used to it
Oh,
by now.
you thought that just because they hired us for this stream, I'd be quiet? I won't be quiet. I'm still Greg.
Can't silence us.
Speaking of not being quiet, Greg, do you have awesome Borderlands clips or cosplay you'd love to share with the Gearbox team? Go ahead and get on social media. Use hashtag Borderlands3 and share them. You might be featured in future Borderlands 3 events because obviously this is far from their last stop, I'm sure. They have a lot of different trade shows coming up. There's this thing happening in LA soon. Who knows, though?
I thought there was a copy under our seat. I was taking one home with me.
No,
but no, it's
sorry.
later.
No, it's
okay.
God.
All right.
Can you imagine if they were like, guess what? We lied. It's out
It's
now.
out today. Yeah,
oh,
no,
my
it's not.
goodness. If Randy's listening, it's a good idea for him out there.
He has the power.
Yeah, I know, right? So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking today about Borderlands 3. I swear. I realize in the chat you're very much like, just show us Borderlands 3. We're going to show you Borderlands 3, but before we get to where we're going, we need to catch you up on the story so far. So here's everything you need to know about the Borderlands universe so far.
Some Jack.
Ah, Pandora. A savage, desolate wasteland of a planet. That is until its legendary vault was forced open, and the priceless alien mineral iridium grew across the world. Enter the greedy tyrant, CEO of Hyperion, Handsome Jack. With a fortune made from harvesting iridium, he set his sight on a new vault. The Vault of the Warrior. Rumors of this new vault lured a band of brave fools. The new Vault Hunters, seeking their fortunes on Pandora. Jack was set on eliminating all competition and tried to have them killed, but they survived and joined the Crimson Raiders in their crusade against Hyperion. With the Guardian
Hey, Patrick.
Angel on their side, they seemed well on their way to glory. But the Angel was not all she appeared to be. She double-crossed the Vault Hunters, tricked them into sabotaging the Crimson Raiders, and gave Jack the upper hand. Realizing she was being used as his pawn, she turned on Handsome Jack. The Vault Hunters learned that Angel was no machine, as they had believed, but one of the 6 sirens, and imprisoned by her father, Jack. He injected
Jack is the
her
best
with
villain
iridium
of
to charge the Vault
definite
Key.
top 3 villains of all
In a
time.
valiant effort to stop Jack's plan, she sacrificed herself. Enraged by the death of his daughter and determined not to fail, Jack captured another siren, Lilith, and forced her to charge the vault key and awaken the warrior. For you see, this vault was no mere treasure chamber, but a resting place for an ancient Iridian construct, an alien colossus, to be controlled by whoever woke it with the power of the key. Kill.
That was an awesome fight.
So finally, let's turn our eyes to Borderlands 3. Wild speculation time. Andrea, what are you expecting from Borderlands 3 today?
I'm certainly expecting a
Better
lot
have,
more
like, a riff.
locations than
Sure.
we saw in
Looking
previous
down.
Borderlands. From the trailer that we've seen so far, they did a lot of fast cuts of some really cool looking spots that
Yeah.
don't look like Pandora. So I'm hoping that we're going to get a reveal that they're really expanding
Other worlds.
the Borderlands universe today.
Better have another
Yeah, what do
planet.
you want from the story, you think?
From the story, I mean, obviously I want some setup as to who these twins are, the Clifton
Sure,
twins,
sure.
and like what they're doing, what their motivations are.
How dare they?
What?
How dare they?
Where
Not
did you
set
come
them
from,
up?
twins?
I mean, they've got a really cool style to them. They look,
As most things do in the Borderlands universe.
obviously, but I mean, they look a lot younger, obviously, than Handsome Jack was.
Yeah.
So
Great
I don't know,
hair,
like,
just like Handsome Jack. They have great hair.
I feel like everyone in Borderlands has good hair.
That's why Frank could fit right in. Drop him into the world of Pandora. he'd be
Borderlands
right
4,
there.
get me in there.
Exactly.
What do you want? What do you want from story-wise, Fran?
You know, yeah, I have this different perspective as we've been talking about. When I played from Borderlands 1 to Borderlands 2, I saw this huge quality of life improvement, the world design, the loot, just the pace of things, and it was more vibrant. I'm expecting
Well,
to
yeah,
see,
it's
you know, now
definitely
even
one
a
of the best
bigger
sequels
gap
of all
between
time.
2 and 3 coming.
This-
So a lot of the quality of the life
story
stuff,
in
the bigger world,
Borderlands was
more
horrible.
production value,
Sure. Was
all of the above, because
disappointing.
it's 2019.
And they
Yeah,
knocked it out
it's been a
apart
long
the
time
second.
since we've seen Borderlands, so I hope to see a big leap.
You hit the nail on the head there for me, right? Storyline wise, I expect it to be like Borderlands 1 and 2. It'll be funny, it'll be great, it'll give me a reason to go shoot a lot of things. But it's 2019, and that's what gets me excited for gameplay.
Yeah.
Is I loved Borderlands 1, 2, pre-sequel, Tales, but that's a different kind of gameplay. What does a modern 2019 Borderlands look like?
Yeah, everything from right, the driving, the jumping,
Yeah.
the aiming. I mean, every game makes those improvements, and I think maybe we take for granted how long it's been. I'm hoping to see some big changes there, even though it's already great.
Right,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, that's the thing I think I want to touch on is that I don't feel like they need to reinvent the wheel here.
Of course not.
You know, when Randy got on stage at PAX East during the reveal, he made the big joke about Battle Royale because there were some people
Yeah.
who were thinking that maybe Borderlands was going to go that route since it's such
Yeah.
a popular genre right now. But he was like, no, that's cool, but we're not making that game. So, I mean, I don't really want them to deviate. I mean,
Oh, no,
Borderlands
that's
is
fair.
great just the way it is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But going back and playing with you, friend, when we were playing Game of the Year Borderlands 1,
Yeah.
it was very much like, oh man, I love Borderlands, jumping in there and being like, oh, how do I menu? Oh wow, like this
It's
is
been a while.
This is an old game. in
And
the
it was
way-
amazing for its time.
Oh yeah, totally. But now to get what makes Borderlands in 2019, like I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see that. And like even like
Yeah,
the
a lot of
little change we
competition
saw
now.
in the trailer we
More
just
than
watched,
they
right?
did,
Of running guns.
2 years ago.
Like
Yeah,
the
guns
ability
with
to
legs.
like you
Guns
know
with legs, yeah.
yeah, like what is gonna happen? Well, how are they gonna expand what we already know about this franchise and world?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a half decade in a think tank, I think. What are we going to do with these guns that are getting even crazier? Well, I didn't expect to see legs on guns, so I can't wait to see what else they've done with them, you know?
Well, another thing I think would be great to see today is how they're going to handle the loot instancing. So, you know, they've already publicly announced that, you know, you're going to get your own loot stream, but we don't know
Sure.
how that's
What
going
does
to
that
work.
mean, right?
Because that's an ongoing issue with co-op games that have a loot element,
Yeah,
right? And
100%.
and a lot of different publishers have kind of handled it, and developers have handled it differently.
But I feel no one's nailed it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's still always a part in any end game, right, where you're playing something like the Division 2, like Fran
Yeah.
and I do, and you get there and it's like, it's great, but going back and trying to play with a low-level person, it's the, I just, all right, well, I killed
Yeah.
everything for you.
Yeah.
Well, how do you
More
think of
games
that
just
out?
use like skill.
And Borderlands has been
in Division 2.
so clutch at making what Borderlands is, right? And making these games be true, authentic to what the Borderlands franchise is. What does that look like in 2019?
Yeah, I'm with Andrea, though. As much as I'm new to it, I don't want to see a bunch of big changes. I think Borderlands is special for those reasons. I can already tell. Like, do we need a big raid or do we need end game content? Well, you always need an end game, but like, these classic looter shooters I play, like, yeah, I don't know that we need all those different things.
We do.
The hype is.
People are ready.
The energy is growing.
Yeah. If the energy is growing at your house, it's the perfect time to remind you about the Twitch extension, Echo Cast. If you go to Borderlands.com right now, you can sign up. You can start earning Borderlands rewards just for watching this. It is going to come into play, very importantly, in the post-stream. I'll tell you about it later. You got to look now. This is what Echo Cast is. It's a Twitch extension that lets you watch players who are playing the game, go into their loadouts, check out all their guns and stuff. There's some cool things you'll be able to do as well in terms of maybe getting your own stuff in Borderlands.
Number one, judge a streamer's loot, because that's what we need. Is you go in and you're like, all right, you should change your skill tree up because this is a better way to do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have to worry about the chat constantly reminding them why you're doing something. Now they can see it themselves and be like, you suck.
But you can earn loot just by watching. So
I mean, it's a great way to interact with a streamer that you're already probably watching and to remind people to stay engaged in that stream, and it's just more loot.
I mean, that speaks to what I'm talking about, right? Is like, that's the kind of interactivity and thinking outside the box I expect from Borderlands. And now you already see them touching on what gaming is right now in our day and age, right? Of how to use Twitch in a completely different way. How to use it in a way that will not only make it better for the viewer, but better for the player, right?
Yeah.
Fran, you Twitch stream all the time.
Yeah.
On twitch.tv/FM3_.
Thank you.
Now, you get the same question over and over again, right? So when people pop into your Borderlands stream, they're always going to be asking you, what are you rolling? Why are you doing this? Well, and if they can just look at it on their own.
Yeah, so that's going to be number one. But I'm wondering, to your point, it's 2019. I haven't really thought about it, but it's clearly an important announcement for them here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's early. They've got time to go. So for it to come up now, I mean, I wonder if we're going to see more to the extension, how you expand on just co-op into community and people watching. So that could be a hook for Borderlands.
The ability
that we
to
haven't
earn
seen.
loot, right? Like, that's just so cool because everybody wants.
But maybe
more
you
of
can
that.
mess with your loot, right? Maybe there's a way to put you in the game with. I don't know. I'm
Oh
making
man,
it
I
up.
hope not. I think
There could be.
I think that may be just going a little too far.
Well,
Sorry, you blew up.
speaking of going too far, ladies and gentlemen, we will not go too far. You've been very patient. Thank you for putting up with us. It is time for you to see an hour-long presentation of Borderlands 3, presented, of course, by Paul Sage, Randy
Thank you.
Pitchford. Then, of course, stick around for a post-show with us, and then 3 hours of your favorite Borderlands streamers playing the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Borderlands 3.
No.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal event. Please welcome to the stage Borderlands 3 creative director Paul Sage.
Hey, Daniel. Do you ever go to the announcement and PAX?
Please welcome to the stage Gearbox software founder, me, Randy Pitchford. How's it going, you guys? Thank you for joining us here in Hollywood, California, as we share Borderlands 3 gameplay for the very first time. It's hard to believe that 10 years ago, Borderlands ushered in the shooter looter. I mean, and here we are. We're about here to experience Borderlands 3. It's been about 5 years since the Gearbox software development team started working on this game, and we are so excited to be here to share it with you today.
Now, I know everybody's used to hearing me and Randy speak on behalf of the team. Today, I'd like to introduce you to some of the rest of the talent behind Borderlands.
5 people.
It's the Borderlands 3 team, you guys. Thank you, guys. These developers on stage include people that have been with Borderlands from the very beginning when we first created the shooter-looter genre. And there are many folks, lots of great talent that's joined with us along the way.
Shooter-looter, not
here have been
looter-shooter.
working together with
How
our
dare you,
peers back
Randy.
at Gearbox Frisco HQ and Gearbox Studio Quebec, and we are thrilled to be here to finally share our work. If you've ever enjoyed a Borderlands game, or if you're looking forward to Borderlands 3, if you'll indulge me one more time, show this team, show this talent what you think. Thank you guys. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to the team for now. They're gonna be joining us again in a bit because each of you are gonna have an opportunity later to go hands-on with Borderlands 3, and this team, we're all gonna be with you, helping you out. So thank you guys.
Hey, Jeremy, Daquan, can you guys hang behind and play the game?
Jeremy and Daquan are gonna be playing right here. I'm not sure if you guys have been to an event like this before, but all of this is made possible because of our publishing partner, 2K Games, and they've had support from our hardware technology partner, AMD, powered by Ryzen and Radeon. And we have incredibly badass AMD hardware there, powered by Ryzen and Radeon, and Paul and I wanted to put that AMD hardware to the test with a PowerPoint. So, can we start the presentation?
Yeah. So, we prepared a presentation on what the next Borderlands game will be.
You're looking at an engine-rendered image from the very beginning of Borderlands 3. Look at the environment. It's Pandora. The art, the style. The goal was to try to create an image that was fresh, but also familiar. We wanted to look forward and taking full advantage of today's technology in a way that respects that one-of-a-kind art direction known throughout the video game world as the Borderlands art style.
Okay, let's be honest, this isn't an actual screenshot from the game. What you're looking at is the game.
All right.
Now, we've skipped past the logos and a lot of the introductions because we felt that the most honest way to bring the game
Looks
to
so
you
good.
today
Whoa.
was to start from the very beginning. So with that, let's play some Borderlands 3.
That's Amara. Siren.
Hey, you must be the new recruit. I am a CL4PTP steward bot, but you can just call me General Claptrap of the Crimson Raiders. What's your name?
Amara.
Thanks. I'll pre-order your tombstone just in case. Now, those jerks who tried to murder you are the Children of the Vault, a bandit cult who follow their creepy leaders with blind devotion. Which reminds me, if you're going to obey my every beck and call, you'll need an Echo device. Try it out. I rinsed it off myself. The Echo 3. Slightly more powerful than the Echo 2, and twice as expensive. Besides, the Echo 2 had a tiny issue with spontaneous combustion, so they rebranded those as grenades. Now listen up, recruit. Lilith ordered us to take over a Children of the Vault propaganda center. Time to show those culty weirdos that no one messes with the Crimson Raiders. Follow me, recruit, to glory!
So Lilith's ordered us to take over the recruitment center of the Children of the Vault. In the introduction that we skipped, you would learn that the Children of the Vault is a new cult that's emerged on Pandora. Siren, Lilith, and the Crimson Raiders are recruiting new Vault Hunters. That's you, that's us. And we are to investigate the Children of the Vault cult and discover who their mysterious leaders are.
Before we wreak our righteous vengeance, you'll need to register your Echo at this quick change. Once we defeat the cult, I'll be famous. And when I'm signing autographs, I need you looking sharp while defending me from my legions of fans/stalkers.
All right, now as you can see here, we're playing as Amara, and she's a powerful Siren warrior. And like Claptrap mentioned, we're in the quick change, where it's up to you how you want your character to look. So you can change Amara and change her emotes, obviously. Okay. All right, let's keep playing for now, guys.
Well.
User agreement? Boring. Don't worry, corporations have our best interests at heart. Except Dawn. And Hyperion. And never mind. The propaganda center is this way. A locked gate? No! This can't be happening! The entire mission is ruined! Think, Claptrap, think! You're brave and powerful, and people always tell them to. That's it! Recruit, get that gate open. That's an order from your superior officer.
So obviously, you're getting a glimpse here on how we use the beginning of the game to make sure players are up to speed on how first-person video games work. We can validate that players understand how to navigate the environment and interact with it.
You did it! Best recruit ever! But don't get cocky.
We'll even be able to know that a player's learned how to crouch and how to slide.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you can jump. And if you miss, that you can mantle up and climb the higher ledges.
Nice.
The propaganda center is up ahead. Those cultists have been killing Crimson Raiders left and right. They totally suck skag balls. But I've got a foolproof plan to kick their culty asses.
So as with most games, we're using the beginning to make sure that we teach the fundamentals. We're also setting the tone of the game, right? Just like our unique art style, we want people to feel right away what we believe helps to make Borderlands special, a style of writing that's both irreverent and genuine.
I hit a weapons cache nearby. Stay quiet and follow my every move. It's stealth time. Stealth time. Gonna walk over here and gonna go over here super duper quiet. Just going over here. Gonna spin around like so quiet. So super duper duper quiet. Oh, that was a bit too loud. Stealth time. Perfect. Once we complete our mission, Lilith has to promote me to Super General. Stand back!
So we're throwing stealth out the window?
Relax. On Pandora, it's actually super weird if something's not exploding. Now take your gun, recruit. You're gonna need it.
Oh.
These guns, like myself, aren't beholden to their primary function. I can dance and sing. And some guns now include an alternate shooting mode. Try it out. Follow me, recruit.
All right, so as Claptrap just mentioned, in order to stay competitive, some of our gun manufacturers have added alternate firing modes. And if we look here, we can see that we have a Vladoff pistol. And if we just fire regularly, we just fire bullets. But if we switch our alternate firing modes, we fire off micro missiles.
That's so cool.
Now later in the game, you'll find guns that can switch between ice bullets and fire bullets, or you might find guns that have a chain gun on top, but when you switch firing modes, it'll shoot out grenades. It gets pretty crazy, and then players who maximize alt firing modes will have like twice the guns available than they had to start with.
I like it.
Wait here. I'll talk my way in, become their king, and then you'll surprise slaughter them in cold blood. Watch and learn, recruit. Hello? Anyone there?
This is Shin, holy influencer of the children of the vault. What do you want, Crambot?
Hello, bloodthirsty maniac. It is I, Claptrap, Slayer of the Destroyer, and Super General of the Crimson Raiders. We have you completely surrounded. Open the gates now, and perhaps I will be merciful.
Yeah. Let me think about that.
They might call themselves children of the vault, but they're still bandits, and bandits are incredibly stupid.
Okay, we're going to surrender. Please don't kill us, Crapbot.
That's what I thought. Open the doors immediately for your new king.
Easy. I'm coming out. Just wait right there.
We did it. I did it. Another victory for the Crimson Raiders. Hey, I feel funny. What's happening to me? Ah! Ow! This is all sorts.
I like it. That is good.
See the degrading cover?
Alright. Green cutter.
Oh. Borderlands 3 is rated M for mature, right?
Put these bullets into the bad guys! That's a direct order!
There was the sweat.
Accept your Roundbot! You're gonna be my new chamberbot! I'm gonna boop your head!
I know Claptrap can be a little claptrap, but he's still one of us. We're gonna have to save him. I'll be there soon.
So let's see if we can find some loot. I saw over near that door. I saw a red chest. It looks like a trunk of a car. What do we got here? What else is there? Oh, that's interesting.
All right, so we can see that this weapon has high accuracy, higher handling. Let's look at the other one. All right, and this weapon has higher damage and a higher reload time.
Like
it's either finesse or brute force in this case.
So what do you guys think? Should we shoot from the hip or should we go with that badass scope? I think you guys said scope, but I heard you know what? Take both of them. We'll try the scope and then we'll switch. Oh, that's pretty badass. These are like level 1 guns too. Oh.
It's my suffering! The pool of life is here! The bird's life!
Oil's flammable.
Recruit, there's no way your supple and delicate body can survive a showdown with Shiv unprotected. Look around for a shield.
Like how you get the shield.
Okay, we need a shield. This is an area mission, so if we look around, we should be able to find some somewhere. Not in the skag pile.
Daquan, you on this? All right.
That looks promising. Oh, there we go. 77. 105, that's better. Take that one.
You got it. Now you're invincible. Not really, but it just might keep Shiv from killing you in one hit. Now let's get you in there, recruit. Hey, Shiv! All your gun friends are dead. I challenge you to a trial by combat. But because I'm stuck to this magnet, my loyal champion shall vanquish you in my stead.
Come on in, heretic! I haven't met my sacrifice quota for the day!
So I know you guys are getting ahead of me. You can know what's coming next. This is our first mini-boss fight. Daquan, you ready? We're flying without a net here, no God mode, so let's do it. Nice. Oh God. Oh! Oh my God. Oh, that was awesome.
Score 1 for the Crimson Raiders. You and Claptrap's.
Come on in!
Ready? Oh God. Oh my god! Oh, that was awesome.
Score 1 for the Crimson Raiders. You and Claptrap secure the area. I'm on my way.
This game's dynamic, so it's like different every time they play it. That was like the best kill ever. I'm glad you guys got to see that. Oh, look at that.
That's it.
Recruit, are you dead? If not, get me down! The controls are on the second floor!
Now you'll notice that Daquan picked up the shotgun that Shiv dropped. We think it's really important that your moment of victory should have a subsequent reward to it right at that moment. So of course you can pick up gear right away.
All right, dude. Daquan has the same affliction I have where you have to open every single freaking chest. This is a demo, we can just, yeah, all right. It's so tempting, those green lights. Oh, Claptrap's nagging at us already. So, it's not a Borderlands game, of course, unless Claptrap jumps between being needy and bossy and just pathetic. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but I still kind of love Claptrap, so let's help him out.
Oh.
In Borderlands 3, you can revive NPCs, and NPCs can revive you.
Whoa.
Let's help out Claptrap.
Focus.
Wow! I did it! I single-handedly took on the COV and sent them packing. Now all that's left is to signal Lilith that the mission is complete.
Crimson Raider stronghold, so this'll have to do for now. So what's your name, killer?
I am Amara. Nice tattoo, Siren Sister. You must be the voice in my head.
Yeah, about that. Not the weirdest thing you're gonna see on Pandora. But seriously, thanks for answering my call. We might not have the numbers, but with a badass like you, we've got a fighting chance. Welcome to the Crimson Raiders.
Hey, do you hear bloodthirsty
Yeah,
screaming?
challenges.
More COV. Let's see what you got, recruit.
It's the Firehawk! The God Queen wants her head!
Down you go! Pick the wrong team, jackass.
My chili recipe died with eating real!
Eat some bones, cultist!
Get made up now! My last breath, I curse.
She's pretty rad.
Nice fighting, killer.
So, we're gonna skip ahead for a minute, but I want you to consider what we've learned so far. You're a new Vault Hunter, and you've just joined Lilith and the Crimson Raiders. Our enemies on Pandora are a fanatical cult called the Children of the Vault. And from here, you and Lilith will fight side by side to capture their recruitment center, where Lilith believes that she can recover a key that will lead her to find vaults on other worlds. The hunt will eventually lead us here to the Holy Broadcast Center, where a fearsome, powerful bandit boss named Mouthpiece broadcasts propaganda to the Children of the Vault all over Pandora. We're here to invade the Holy Recruitment Center, face Mouthpiece, and liberate the key to the vaults.
Okay, so like Randy just mentioned, we've skipped ahead in this story, but if you'll notice, we've also skipped ahead in levels. So I want to take the time to show you the skill trees in Borderlands 3. All right.
Nice.
So, when you first get your skills in Borderlands 3, you don't just have one action skill available to you, you have all 3 action skills available to you at the moment you open it up. So then what you do is you equip one of your action skills. Do we want to take a look at the action skills? So this first one is Phase Grasp. Now, Phase Grasp will be reminiscent of Maya in that she'll be able to control the battlefield by lifting enemies up into the air. The next one here is Phase Cast. With Phase Cast, she'll shoot out a spectral form of herself to kill enemies on the battlefield. And finally, we have Phase Slam. Now, Phase Slam is an area of effect that comes out around Amara and destroys enemies and knocks them back. So now as you progress, once you've picked your action skill and equipped it, you'll also open up augmentations that allow you to further customize that action skill. So there's a way to maximize the build of your character.
We've worked hard to make sure that each of our 4 characters is completely unique, but even within each character, there are hundreds of meaningful options. If 2 people want to team up and play the same character, they will very likely have completely different capabilities.
You ready to go?
Let's do it. I was very lucky. All right, you leveled up.
Now, one thing to look out for is to look at the damage numbers that come up off the enemies here. So we'll use some of that information later, but just for now, like, look at some of these numbers like 56, 26.
26 is there. Ooh.
Oh. Now that's a Hyperion shotgun. Hyperion shotguns have shields that come out.
You want to switch back to that shotgun?
I will unleash the great fucking dragon!
You wanna go?
Oh, that's so great. It's a new elemental type, radiation.
Guy hit critical mass.
If a radiated enemy dies, he'll explode and radiate the enemies around him.
Oh, okay. Bring slack.
Oh. Okay. That's mayhem. All right, I think you cleaned this area up. Let's see what kind of loot we can find. That's an outhouse, but it's got a green light. It's some good stuff. Okay, let's see here. So Amara's level 5. These weapons are level 5. I want you to notice that, by the way. Notice the 2 here. We've got a rare and an epic, both level 5. And the reason why I want you to remember that is because that was kind of a challenging fight. We're going to need some help for the next section, so we're going to bring in a co-op buddy. Borderlands 3, of course, is fully co-op playable, split screen, networked, however you like to play. Amara just picked up the purple. Turn around and let's look and find our co-op buddy. This is Zane Flint, the operative. Say hi, Zane. All right, we're going to switch to Zane's view. Can we flip that now? Okay, this is Zane's view. I want you to notice something here. Zane is level 25. So obviously Zane's been playing longer than Amara, who is level 5. And if we look at Zane's loot, He's got his own instance of loot. What's going on here? This is called loot instancing. It's a new optional feature in Borderlands 3, and it allows each cooperative player to have their own instance of loot. Instance loot is helpful for players that want to play cooperatively but don't want to compete for the loot that drops. There's nothing worse than when you're getting online with randoms and there's a loot ninja in the group, right? So instance loot solves that problem for players that want to use it. The other feature that complements this is level balancing. Notice how Zane's loot is not only instanced, but it's actually balanced for his level. That means the loot, the enemies, everything automatically balances to the level of the player so that everyone has a good time. In my co-op group, some of us would get ahead of the others, right? And then when we come back together, we'd be out of whack. Well, with instantless loot and this mode of gameplay, everything balances out.
Now, that's okay, you can clap if you'd like. Now, there's still some of us who actually like competing for loot or bringing in overpowered characters to help, level up those lower level characters. And for those of you who are like that, we can assure you that there is still a mode for you in Borderlands 3. It's called Classic Mode.
That's right. Now that we've seen Zane the Operative, let's have a look at what he can do. Since Zane is level 25, we've already equipped a lot of action skills and our skill points here. You want to walk us through this, Paul?
Yeah, let's do this. All right, so the first skill we have is Digiclone. Now, Digiclone is really cool because it not only acts as a decoy, it will actually shoot guns as well. But probably my favorite feature is the fact that you can teleport to your Digiclone at any time and swap places. This next ability is called the Sentinel. Now, the Sentinel is an autonomous drone that'll fly out to enemies and weaken those enemies, or even use your grenades if you have grenade mods equipped. And then we have the barrier skill. Now, Zane will throw out a barrier in front of it, and it'll block incoming bullets and things like that. But of course, one of the coolest features is that if your team or Zane are around this barrier, sometimes it'll confer benefits like healing, or even if you fire through it, it'll add elemental types to that. Now, probably my favorite feature of Zane is the fact that Zane can use 2 action skills at one time.
That's right. And if you think about it, if you think about Zane, right, like he's got his barrier, which is kind of like the soldier class's capability with that turret. He's got the Sentinel, which is almost like Mordecai's Bloodwing, but a little hyped up from that. Sure. He's got the Digiclone, which is kind of like our assassin skill from Borderlands 2. He's kind of like a soldier, a hunter, and an assassin all wrapped up in one. All right, we've got Amara, we've got Zane. We know what they can do. Let's get into the Holy Broadcast Center and see if we can find Mouthpiece.
Oopsie, looks like we've got a technical issue, but don't worry. We'll post the welcome vid later along with some new Let's Plays. Signing off for now. Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.
Another perfect live stream from our infallible God Queen Tyreen. The Holy Broadcast Center opens once again to hear your sins and receive your skins.
Ouch. Woo! Still got it. See Zane marking targets for the Sentinel? Also check out his damage numbers, right? His enemies are level 27, but his damage is balanced to Amara's game, because he's in Amara's game right now. For Amara, those enemies are level 5. All right, we clean this area up. Let's see if we can find some loot.
Okay, now, once again, being honest, to show the breadth of guns that we have in the game, or just some of the breadth, we cheated a little bit and added some chests with some better weapons here.
That red chest isn't going to be in the game you play. We just added that for this purpose, because it's okay, there's plenty of red chests. You guys will be fine. We'll feed you baby birds, it's cool. We wanted to show you some TDR guns, right? Because you remember TDR, they're disposable. Instead of reloading them, you throw them away. And when you throw away a TDR gun in Borderlands 3, some crazy shit can happen. We've got, you know, guns with legs.
Yeah.
Let's see some other options. What does this one do?
Yeah, skill.
All right, we've just picked up a few TDR weapons. Let's take them into the next fight.
Go, just ignore that green on the ground there.
We're just not gonna learn, are we? We're just gonna keep eating those speakers. Go get him, guys! Oh, it's adorable.
You can see that when Merv's rockets out.
Yeah, throw another one of those Merv guns out. Check this out. With homing rockets. That was a little close to your ears.
Oh, goodbye.
All right, you guys ready? Oh, you learned! We can dodge that. Oh. That's wicked. I see some ammunition vending machines. Hey, walk up to that ammo vending machine. I want to show you guys this. Now, he's already full on ammo. But you just press that or press Y right there, and you can reload all your ammo. You don't even have to go in and buy things one at a time. Of course, you can buy individual pieces if you want. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever you play a video game and you happen upon a room where there's ammo and vending machines to kind of make sure you're stocked up, it can be a pretty safe bet that you're about to run into a boss fight. Not only is Borderlands 3 a much, much larger game than any Borderlands game before it, but we've added more boss fights than ever before because we think boss fights are exciting opportunities for players to have their skill tested, but also to be rewarded with kick-ass loot. So let's go ahead and see if we can find Mouthpiece.
All right.
His shield's like an equalizer. Zane used his clone teleport to dodge that area of effect that Mouthpiece just made. Oh shit.
Bosses are so much better than enemies. Actually have different skills and stuff.
Oh god, you're gonna eat it. Gotta look at the loot, man.
You
We
got
just
some
killed
loot over
that guy.
there.
Let's get the loot.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see the gun that Mouthpiece was shooting at us with the like kind of sound waves flying out? Check this out. One of the greatest feelings in Borderlands is when an enemy's using a gun against you, you kill that guy, and then you take that gun and use it against your next foes. I love that so much.
Yeah. Well, let's do what we came here for, and let's get the vault map.
Amara, you gonna pick that up?
Did you come all this way for that busted-ass map, or are you just here to see me? Didn't know you were such a super fan. Well, you missed a show. Oh, right. But you're all like, what's up with those husks? Well, it's a thing I do. Check out the screens. So I offered the Sun Smashers a place in our family, but they just wanted guns and cash. They betrayed the family. Oh, then Troy said something great.
Gods don't negotiate.
Gods don't negotiate! I love it! Love it! Like I said, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up. You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
So you've just met Troy and Tyreen Calypso, the Calypso twins. We learned earlier that on Pandora there's a cult called the Children of the Vault, and every cult needs leaders. This cult is led by the Calypso twins. And they've sort of built a cult of personality around themselves, right? You guys know the type of streamers we're talking about, you know, the kind of streamers everybody hates. So these are like the douchiest kind of streamers of the impossible future that you can possibly imagine. As Tyreen demonstrated, she has the ability to leech power from any living thing. And her aim is to use her cult to lead her to the vaults so that she can soak up the power of the vault monsters. Of course, we're vault hunters. We can't allow her to beat us to the prize. So with a vault map in hand, we're now in a race to find the vaults hidden on other worlds throughout the galaxy. In other words, when we go to those other worlds, we're going to need a ride, right? So later in our venture on Pandora, we're going to find a spaceship. I'd like to introduce Sanctuary 3.
Awesome.
We don't talk about Sanctuary 2. Since Sanctuary 3 is our home base, it's a great stopping point between missions. On Sanctuary 3, we can meet our friends, trade our loot, and prepare ourselves for what comes next. You'll notice here there's a quick change station where we can modify our appearance, but there's a new vending machine here on the right. This is sort of a space lost and found. Have you guys ever lost loot in Borderlands? Like a purple or a legendary lands in some place we can't reach? We collect all that lost loot, and we'll deliver it here for you. You'll never lose loot again.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about this. This is your player quarters. Now, because we're playing Amara right now, all of the decoration, everything is built around Amara, but you can see that you can place items that you find in the world like this gun. All right, we got a Torg pistol here.
It's pretty rad.
But again, you can modify your player quarters to how you want to play.
Since we picked up a pistol, we'll take it with us on a tour around Sanctuary. And why don't we stop first? Let's head over to Marcus. Just keep going. Ignore that golden chest. Marcus's place is right around the corner here.
It's a beautiful day, full of opportunity.
Now, in Borderlands 3, Marcus will be our vendor for upgrades to our storage deck unit, right? So we can get more storage to carry more loot and more ammunition.
You'll notice that it costs cash to upgrade your storage deck.
Marcus also has a shooting range back there, so if you want to get your skills up, practice with any interesting new guns you found, you can do that. We're just going to take a look around this place.
It had a radium drop. What was that used for?
Isn't that cool? This map has changed more hands than any other content in Borderlands 3. We've had so many of our talented world builders want to get their hands on this and make it great. It's not a hub until you have a Moxie's bar, right?
Look at you, brightening up my day. The name's Moxie. What's yours, sugar? Thanks for the help, sugar. Come back.
Here, let's try it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Bad luck.
Well, thanks for encouraging that.
Let's keep going on the tour.
Right.
I love Sanctuary. I mean, it's just such a beautiful, I don't know, the level, I didn't work on this one that much. I just kind of helped guide some of it, but the guys that did the art for this, it's absolutely stunning. These are the jokes.
You're up late. Evening. Knock, knock. Anyone home? Just a moment. Almost there. Oh. Surprisingly comfortable, you know? Like a fleshy sleeping bag, although I do feel a bit viscous.
So Tannis is back. Let's go head up to the bridge.
All right.
Hey Paul.
Yes, Randy.
What can we do on the bridge?
So for the first time ever, we can leave the Pandoran system.
You can see Pandora in there in the distance.
What's up, killer? All right, let's get to it.
We're in orbit around Pandora right now. We'll check it out briefly before we take off. You can see its distinctive iridian scar. But with a spaceship like Sanctuary 3, we can visit other worlds. Now, this is early in the game, so we haven't unlocked a lot of the other places that you will get to explore. But for now, we're going to do interstellar fast travel to Promethea.
Arrived in one piece.
We're going to go down to Promethea in a moment and check it out. We'll have to make our way to the docking bay in order to do that. In Borderlands, you'll be able to go back and forth between Promethea and Pandora and all of the other worlds that you discover throughout the game.
Finally, about time they do that.
Might even find a few familiar faces here.
What's up, badass?
I love Maya's look. She's fully Jedi'd out. We'll take a couple other stops on the way down to the hangar before we head to Promethea. Continue our tour of Sanctuary 3.
Except for everything.
Oh yeah, let's go to Hammerlocks.
Now here in Hammerlocks, one of the cool things is Hammerlock asks you to kill different creatures, and this is a trophy room for killing those creatures.
Nice.
Oh, it's you! Apologies, it's dark and I've never actually cleaned this monocle.
You can see right now all of the trophy mounts on the wall are empty, which means that we've got work to do, right?
A lot of work to do. Now here in the ship, you can see we have shortcuts built in.
The more time you spend on Promethea, the more familiar you'll get with it. We've kind of engineered some shortcuts and other ways to get around, so you can find what you need pretty quickly.
How's your day going?
Hey there, sugar boots.
Ellie's sort of our ship mechanic, and she runs the cargo bay. Down here, we can check out vehicles we've collected. We can also get access to the planets when we're in orbit. We've also got some stowaways we can meet.
What you want? Come back, never.
I think his vending machine there said veteran on it.
Don't look at me like that. I'm doing all the wheel work here.
I don't. And he locked us out.
I think he's building a girlfriend.
I can't believe that Claptrap's lonely. It's just hard to believe. So we're gonna head to the drop pod here. This will help us get down to Promethea. In fact, why don't we just skip ahead a little bit? Rather than start at the beginning of Promethea, we can jump forward a bunch of levels, and I want to show you some pretty exciting action here. In the lore, Promethea is the headquarters of the Atlas Corporation. And you'll notice as we proceed that Atlas is actually under siege by Maliawan and their private army. You see, in Borderlands, in this universe, when a corporation attempts a hostile takeover, they do it with full military-grade force.
Now, before we start, I want you to take a look at the gun we're using here. This is an Atlas pistol. Now, the cool thing about an Atlas pistol is it has an alt-fire mode that fires out a tracking dart. And when you fire the tracking dart, it marks a target. And then every bullet that you fire subsequently will hit that target. It's like the Fifth Element gun.
Finally. So let me introduce our demoists. We've got Chris. Chris is playing as Zane, and Zane's going to be our co-op buddy this time. And Paul is playing as Amara, which is what's on screen for us to watch. You'll notice Amara and Zane are both at level 10. And we've actually set them up with microphones so that we can listen in on their chatter as they play. Paul, Chris, you guys ready?
I'm good. Hey-o.
All right. So let's watch. This is the world's first Borderlands 3 co-op live stream. Take it away, Paul and Chris.
After you. All right, I'm going in. There's a bunch of enemies over here. I'm gonna head on the right side and try and split them up.
All right, I see a couple behind cover. I'm gonna just pop a tracker. Switching over grenade.
Nice shot.
Melting off shield, switching to fire. Good ground slam.
Yeah.
He's down, one on the left still. Warp anchor's in.
Got a few more.
I'm just gonna rain grenades on the crowd. Up and over.
All right, there's one up there. Can you get him?
Missed my dart. Hit him with a grenade.
Got him.
He's down.
Nice.
That weapons depot's a juicy target, but they've got an impenetrable security force field surrounding it. If you somehow crack it open, you're going to find some quality firepower in there.
So you've just heard from Lorelei. She's an all-new NPC. We skipped past her introduction since we skipped ahead, and we skipped also a lot of her storyline, but trust that you'll be able to meet and spend a lot of time with Lorelei and other NPCs as you explore Promethea and the other worlds of Borderlands 3. You guys ready to finish the fight?
Let's go.
Do it.
I'm going around right.
All right, I'm gonna throw down a shield.
Cool. Gonna swing into the shield. Taking out shield for you?
Yeah. Picking it up.
I'm switching to corrosive for this. Tracking a bunch of them.
Pull them all in. Nice.
And burn.
All right.
We got a big crowd on the left here.
Gonna switch to the shotgun.
Flash trooper, go for the pack.
I got this guy.
Got two more over here. Nice.
Last one.
He's done.
Nice.
I see a chest back here.
See what you get.
All right, one I can't use, one I can. Got a Torg.
Got a bunch of let-off pistols.
That level 12's a little OP, but you guys can save it.
Oh, delayed fire mode.
That's cool.
Ready to move on?
All right.
Zero.
Wow. Thank you guys. Wow. I don't know if anybody got that math joke, divide by zero, but
they got it.
We're nerds, you know, what are you gonna do? Look, we can't wait for you guys to play this massive game for yourselves and to discover what other surprises and characters and loot and plot twists and everything there is to experience and explore in Borderlands 3.
So today, based on the time we have, we've just been able to show you just a tiny fraction of the game. And so with that, I think what we wanted to show is just a little bit more of the breadth that we have, so we prepared a trailer for you here.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Wow. Oh wow, thank you guys. Oh man. Oh, thanks. Oh wow. You know, I don't think we've ever shown this much of a Gearbox game before, or just soon after announcing it, frankly. The fact is, we've never had this much time to finish and polish a Gearbox game before. So we're feeling really good about the position we're in and excited to bring Borderlands 3 to the world. As you can plainly see, we've made a commitment to what Borderlands is supposed to be. We've made a commitment to the story, the style, and the design that our fans have told us loud and clear that they cherish and want us to preserve in Borderlands 3. You know, it's an interesting time in games right now. There's all kinds of people making all kinds of money, doing all kinds of interesting stuff out there. We just love video games. We think video games are supposed to be fun, and we love Borderlands, so we wanted to make sure that we were true to what it is. And if you want to play offline, we've got you. If you want to play online, of course, all the co-op modes you expect are there. Yeah, we're going to do some kick-ass campaign DLC, and I'm sure we're going to do all kinds of fun customizations like heads and skins, but we're not doing any of that free-to-play junk. There's not going to be any microtransactions. There's not going to be any of that nonsense.
Thank God. Thank you.
And if you've played a Borderlands game before, we expect you to feel right at home. But we've made sure to design Borderlands 3 in the story and in the gameplay and everything such that this is the perfect entry point for any gamer that's going to be experiencing Borderlands for the very first time when Borderlands 3 launches on September 13th. And what you've seen today so far, it's really just scratching the surface. Borderlands 3 is massive. It is by far the largest Borderlands game we've ever made, and we've just had an hour to touch a couple things near the beginning of the game. Working closely with our publishing partner 2K Games, you can expect to see more and more of Borderlands 3 through the summer up until the launch on September 13th. We're planning to share more and more of the game at upcoming shows, right? We're going to be at E3, we're going to go to Gamescom in Germany, we're going to go to the Penny Arcade Expo, of course, we're going to hit a few other things. We're even going to crash Guardian Con in Orlando, so that should be fun. And we're not even finished today. In this room with us, we've brought 200 AMD-powered machines where you guys are all going to have a chance to play Borderlands 3 yourselves. It's going to be an unguided experience. We're going to just drop you in Promethea, do whatever you want, mainline quests, side quests, just free play, right? We're going to give you 90 minutes. And I know all of you guys are going to be streaming to all of your followers, so have fun. We want you to have a blast with it. If you're watching them on Twitch, if you're watching these guys play on Twitch, be sure to take advantage of the custom Borderlands 3 Twitch extension that we've created at Gearbox. You can link it to your Shift account so that you can start collecting Borderlands 3 loot today, and that's going to be waiting for you when the game launches on September 13th. Now, it's going to take Paul and the rest of the Gearbox guys a few minutes to get everybody set up on the stations over there. So Paul's going to get going on that. And I'm just so glad that we're here today and that we can do this. Thank you guys so much. By the way, while they're setting up, fortunately, we've got the folks from Kind of Funny here. They've seen Borderlands 3 for the first time here at this event. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we're going to kick it over to Greg and Andrea and Fran, and they're going to share their thoughts about Borderlands 3 for everybody watching at home. And thank you guys so much for coming here and being with us. I'll see you soon. Cheers.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen.
Well, this good, that's phenomenal. Probably the best reveal or gameplay I've ever seen. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, nothing. I have no complaints whatsoever. What can you complain about? Like, just... I mean, I really want to see the end game. That would definitely help, but obviously in a short reveal trailer like that, you probably would want to do all the early stuff, early game first. But hopefully that's coming soon. I can't wait, man. This is gonna be so good. It's been way too long since the last Borderlands came out. So, that's about it. Although I really would like a endless mode, like some sort of rift or training area that was endless and you could get better gear. But other than that, A+, 10 out of 10, all the way, 5 stars. So that's my stream. See you guys next time.